Some forecasters were suggesting the inflation figure would come in below 10%. It's a fraction above 10%. But others are saying, actually, it's transitory. Come October, we'll hit the peak, and then it starts to come down.
Well, I think we would all hope so, but that's not what it looks like, unfortunately. And this is a real blow for so many people. I've got so many of my constituents who are asking me, what's it going to be like in the autumn, not just with food prices, but with the energy bills as well. And of course, this week, Keir Starmer laid out a plan, which we would love the government to adopt, but they're showing no sign of doing it at the moment, which would actually deal with that issue and cap those bills.
Is part of the problem with the plan to cap those bills that it would cost over 6 months £30 billion? Well, we think, because we don't know for sure, do we? Because we don't know what the fuel bills, the wholesale fuel bills will be.
Well, it would actually get back some of those incredible profits that are going to the energy companies at the moment. So much so, of course, that a while ago, one of the chief executives said they didn't even know what to do with all the money they're gathering in. So why not get it back from them and put it back in the pockets of hardworking people who actually desperately need it back? That's the way to tackle this at source.
Is that? I mean, just to take they're not here to, the big oil's not here to answer that charge. But you know what they say in reply? They say we have good years. We're having a cracker this year, but we have terrible years, and we need the money for oil and gas exploration. We need the money to make sure we can produce fuel more cleanly, produce green fuel, and get away from hydrocarbons and all the rest of it. And there's a point of principle, which is, given that we've already got a 25% windfall tax, that, companies ought to be allowed to make profits. I mean, yes, sometimes their bosses can say things capitalists would probably rather they didn't say, but some of that money finds its way into pension funds that enriches us all.
Oh, come on. Look, we argued for a windfall tax for months. And in the end, Rishi Sunak finally reluctantly introduced it with a huge, great loophole in it, which allowed them not to pay it. So what we're saying is do it properly, backdate it. There should not be that huge amount of money accumulating with the energy companies. They're frankly embarrassed about it. And in fact, they themselves are suggesting something not dissimilar. So it really isn't that hard to do, but it needs some political will.